Now, another thing about gay women is one has to play the man. You're not a man, right? You're not playing the role of a man. You're two women. Niecy Nash's woman friend, right, acts like she's a man. You're not a man, lady. Why do y'all do that? Right. You're not a man. Why do you gotta play a man? You're a woman. Be a woman. That's another thing about gay people I don't get, right? You're two men and two women. Yes, one has to play the, female. Usually. Or both can. Swap. But the thing is, you're not a man, you're a woman. Look like a woman, not a man. or do you think you can't have to look like a man, right? To date Niecy, right? Or marry Niecy, right? You done married her. See, that's the point, right? You're a woman, but you want to look like a man, right? Are you a transgender man or a woman, right? What are you? You know what I mean? Who are you? Are you a gay woman or a gay man? Or a gay woman wanting to be a man? Which is it? I know. See, if you gotta label yourself in the first place, which is what you're doing, right? As gay or straight, when love has no labels, you're a man and a woman, right? Basically, that's all we are. A few hermaphrodites are born, right? That's the third gender. There's three genders, by the way, not two, right? You're walking by sight, not by faith, right? To begin with, in appearances. You label in appearance, right? You label yourself, are you a transgender man, playing a woman, or a woman who wants to be a man, or are you a gay woman, right? Who are you even, right? You're dressed like a man. You're not a man. You're not a man. Or do you want to be a transgender being and a gay woman, right? I mean, what are you? What are you? How do you label yourself? And see, love don't label you. Label means you're judging yourself, right? As a gay woman. That's what I mean. What are you? What are you? Do you really want to know? Who are you? I really want to know. Well, that's more you. There you look almost like a girl. That picture. But see, either be a girl and dress like a woman. If DC wanted a man, she would be with a man. She can get a man. But you're a woman dressing like a man. Why? Are you a little trans too? I mean, I understand if you are. Say so. Right. I want to be a trans woman who looking like a man. That's okay. But another thing I don't get, like I said, is why you act like one of you has to be the man or the woman in a gay relationship. You're two men and two women. That'll never change either, unless you want to go transgender, right? Oh, I don't get you people. That's all I mean, right? Now, like the song says, you can get with this or you can get with that. That's the whole point, right? I know that now, right? I didn't know that as much growing up, but I understand now, right? And that's all you got. You got this, that, or the other, which is both. Actually, you do. It's the other that's there hiding all from us, right? Only few people, like the Greeks, even talk about them, right? And they named one of their gods after it, which is why we kind of know about it today. Hermaphroditus, right? But it's a little bit different than his statue. He's more transgendered, actually, right? But the true, right, hermaphrodite has both body parts of a man and a woman, right? And you got to see it to believe it, right? They're not going to show you on YouTube. They're not going to show you on YouTube, right? Whole point, right? Well, I learned everybody's lying in their own way. That's the problem. See, like Jesus said, either all lie or all tell the truth. Either be good and evil or evil, you know? I mean, don't... either be good or evil, too, right? No. When you're lying, the only one you're hurting is yourself, right? About anything, right? Now, how do I know I like women? When I slow dance with a woman, I respond, right? I don't do it with men, right? Not saying I can't get close to a man, because in the Navy, we had to be nut to butt. If you're in the Navy, you know what I mean, right? And I didn't respond, right? In close quarters to a man, right? But I did have a weird dream because we came in contact with a female at boot camp, right? Because some guys found the way off base. And being the RPO, I got to take him over there. I'm the religious petty officer. So I got to take him off base, right? But who are you? Who are you to you, right? No. See, two women are always going to be two women. Two men are always going to be two men, right? Don't play the fruity fruit just because one of you is the woman and one of you thinks you got to play the man, right? When if she wanted a man, she wouldn't be with a woman. I'm just saying I don't understand something about how y'all date, right? That's all. And, now, I just, like I said, whenever I got lucky, and I got lucky 17 times, and 2 times I'm not sure what happened, right? Recently. But I know something more happened because I don't normally black out when I entertain people at my home or when I go get my nails done. I never had that problem to that one store, right? Now, either the dad's so overprotective, he shot me while his daughter was doing the nail job so we wouldn't go to the bathroom. And we'll lie about it because he can't tell the truth. He didn't murder me, right? I know. But even if she was 15 and I threatened him with getting her pregnant when she was old enough, that would still be 16, right? Unless the Lord didn't see it that way, got her pregnant anyway, kind of, without sex, which is asexual reproduction. That's just by touching me she got pregnant. By the way, without sex. Because before he could get to the phone, if he came downstairs from the office to shoot me, right, to call the police and lie about what happened, right, when I would be in the chair for the whole time, right? Right, I healed. You healed like the Wolverine. I healed like the Wolverine, right? As I told him Jesus would, because he had no business shooting me if we were just sitting there doing the nails, right? You can't shoot me for her doing her job. And I would try to let it go anyway. I don't know she's the one you meant on YouTube, I know. But now I do. Now you do. But she's the object of your desire, not mine. She just looks like a woman I might have dreamed of, right? I keep telling you that don't make her the one or not the one. I don't know what it means, right? But I was dating a redhead, so it was kind of odd to dream of an Asian girl while dating a redhead, right? Though I was supposed to meet her Native American cousin mixed, probably, right? And that's why I had the dream before I met the cousin. But when I met the cousin, she didn't look like the girl in the dream. She looked a little bit different, right? But still Native American looking, of course. She had the brown hair and black hair, and but totally different than the girl in the dream, right? It was like your typical Asian person, right? Like I said, right? Why do you think I keep telling you this? And which one marries me is up to her. But it could be any one, right? That's Asian, right? Female. But like I said, I'm messing with you about having more than one wife, but even the Chinese and certain cultures allow multiple marriages with one man, right? It's more the woman that is frowned on to have more than one husband, right? And live with them. Yeah. Right. A woman can't live with two men, right? The same as a man can live with two women, right? I know. Really? Really? I'm just telling the truth, right? And that's the real truth, baby. You can't handle the truth. And see, I wouldn't do it either because I'm not that kind of man to live with another man and hump the same woman, right? That's just what we were taught, like I said, right? Though it is a double standard, like I said, right? I do admit that, right? But most men aren't comfortable even sharing the same woman at the same time unless it's in a porno, right? And then they're being paid to do it, right? Don't forget that. They're being paid actors, right? In a porno, right? And they get the sex with the woman, not you. Exactly the point, right? If they're doing it for money on Fans Only or wherever, right? They're getting paid to do it. They're getting paid to do it. You ain't got that deal. You ain't got that deal. You might never get that deal. It's called reality. It's called reality versus a fantasy life, right? Not everybody does that, right? And that's the first thing you got to realize. That's why you can probably count the number of adult sites and the people on them who are the freaky deaky type. Who do such things. Normal people, even gay people, try to be one partner, right? See what I mean? That's why, again, some of you don't get it, why Paul was being sarcastic in Romans 1, right? And then goes into chapter 2, but talks about adultery, right? Of a heterosexual man, right? Being a sin too, right? You can't even look on a woman with lust, right? That's talking to you too, fool. Or you've committed adultery in your heart, right? Nor can your woman lust after another man, or she's committed it in hers, right? Jesus don't have to say it both ways for it to apply to a man or a woman married to a partner, right? It's also not talking to single, unengaged people or pre-married people, right? It never said you couldn't have premarital sex. It just said if you do get married within a reasonable amount of time, right? Usually you were to go to the father back then and ask his daughter's hand in marriage, right? Be a man about it if you did. That's what Moses is saying, and ask her hand in marriage. That's what Shechem did, right? He wanted to marry Dinah, not just have sex with her, but it kind of turned out that way. And she's going to their town partying or something, right? She's being the party girl. And then the brothers are pretending he was treating her like a whore. Well, they're calling their sister a whore. That was the case. It's called a dowry, idiots. That's why you're the brothers and not the father. Brothers get hot-tempered and get in trouble, and get their dad in trouble, right? And they overreact to sex of their sister, right? Some people do that shit too. Ever heard of a shotgun wedding, right? Like Brian Kemp with the young boy before he even met his daughter. I mean, is he even dating her or something? Or is it? Wow. That's a pre-shotgun wedding there, Brian. Right? Is that to make sure he marries her first? It's still a shotgun wedding when you hold a shotgun on a young boy and ask him to while dating your daughter. Not to do nothing with her. I don't know why either. I don't know why either. But they did, Stacey, right? And it's the white men in Georgia, right? Trust me, you got Brian reelected, right? I voted independent. I voted for the dude named Shane, too, right? I couldn't vote between Brian and Stacey. I had to let the people decide, right? So I voted for the third party, which was the independent party, which was like a dude named Shane something. Not that it's your business. Not that it's your business. But you gotta vote. I know that. Even if you lose or win, you gotta vote. You gotta vote. It don't matter though. Majority rules still, but we're all playing by the same rules, like I told you, right? See, if the age of consent in Georgia is 16, the 16-year-old can have sex with you even if you're 52, right? Or change the law so it matches other states. So everybody's sets it at 18, right? Otherwise, it's just a redundant rule, right? And you're not playing by it anymore, right? See, that's what I'm telling you, right? The age of consent in Georgia was what I was told was 16, right? It used to be 14 before the 60s, I think, right? And then after the 60s, it became 16, right? And then you got these people on the radio, adult contemporary artists singing, "She's just 16 years old, leave her alone," they say. Ever heard that one on the radio? Or you got Ringo singing, "You're 17, oh, you're 16, you're beautiful and you're mine," something like that, right? I know. She's 16, something like that, right? It's not 17, is it? No, 16 is 16, right? Alright. So, if that's the age I'm growing up in, right, no wonder you're accusing me when my 4-year-old daughter wake me up or not, right, by being with her mom of molestation of the child, right? I can't do nothing if I'm asleep on the couch, and she gotta wake me up first, and her crotch right me in my face, right? That's not my fault. By the way, if she does, that's not nobody's fault, really, if she did or didn't. Not even the girls. Do you get that? Right? It would be for no real reason, I guess, or, she didn't have to pee. But I wouldn't know she had to pee or not unless I had to smell her or something, right? And then see if she'd wanted a bath, right? That's all I'm talking about, idiot. That's not criminal for the stepdad sleeping on the couch to sleep. If his daughter woke him up or not. It's not molesting the girl. It'll never be molesting the girl. That's a different act, right? That's where I go into her bedroom if she was sleeping in the bedroom and try to molest her while asleep. That's how that usually happens too, right? And we told you this before. The mom and dad are sleeping in the bedroom. The dad usually is the one who will be the molester, right? And what he'll do is he'll wait till the mom's asleep again, right? Sneak into the child's bedroom and molest them and then go back to the bed, right? That's how it always happens. And I told Idiot that too, right? This ain't even how that happens, right? The story I'm telling is completely different, so how are you so sure it happened? Unless you coached it out of yourself, you can't know that. Or put the mother up to it yourself, you don't know that, right? You also can't put the mother up to it to let the daughter wake me up. Or it's your fault. No. You're making her a tool of the devil, the mother and the child, by the way. No. It's the same thing Satan did in Eden and skirts his own responsibility, right? He too wasn't to do what he did with the Adam and Eve, the attributed on to good and evil, was he? No. But he did. Now, if the serpent is a serpent, do they have vocal cords? Last time I checked, no. But an angel could have vocal cords in the flesh, though usually, as can a man. Adam and Eve can talk. The voice of Yahuwah Elohim was talking to Adam and told him what not to do and what to do, right? And made Eve for him, from him. Because you can't read past a word, can you? When you're reading a book written 2,000 years after the fall, that book is just as messed up as the people who fell 2,000 or so years ago, just rounding it off. And Jesus is 1,500 years after Moses, right? And I'm about 2,000 years after Jesus. Do the math. There's some math involved here. Yeah. About every 2,000 years or so, right? So 2,500, then 1,500, then 2, right? Minus 2, right? If you know what I mean by the Hebrew calendar, it's still a few years off, right? I know. Couple centuries, actually, right? Is this the day that's being shortened? I don't know. 200 years is still shortening the day if it's not a full 6,000 years, ain't it? That's like 20% of the day being shortened, I know. But we don't know the day or the hour, and it's supposed to be in the third day you'll be raised up. First, he has to revive you. What's a revival? What are you losing over the 2,000 years? The truth? Why are you lukewarm now? Do you even know? No, you don't know what you're lukewarm about. Even you think you're preaching exactly what they preach. No, you're not. Not at all. Emperor Constantine made damn sure of that. You're not even in the ballpark of what they were preaching about Jesus for the first 300 years, right? Until he got a hold of it with the Orthodox help, right? Who were carnal men after the flesh, walking by sight, not by faith. They only see the man. They can't see a hermaphrodite, which is 1 in 100,000 that may be born one, right? In the whole population. Read or don't read. Study or don't study. To show yourselves approved unto men or God. Right? But if you're not approved, you're not approved. Right? But if you are approved, even though they say you're not approved, you're approved, right? That's the problem too. Get it? Bye-bye.